Right, thank you, Ashley. Las Vegas mom of four has found the secret to meal planning, saving money, and being organized. It's so important now that a new school year is starting. Toni Spilsbury, an expert on how to spend less time in the kitchen, less money in the grocery store, and she's sharing her tips both on a website and a new cookbook. Thanks for coming in this morning.
Thank you so much for having me, Tina. I'm so excited to be here.
Well, I'm so excited to learn a little something. Even though I don't have kids, this is something everybody needs to know, and I'll let you start chopping while we talk. But you said that you're not necessarily different than anybody else out there. Right. You're a mom who just got really busy and figured there had to be a better way, right?
Exactly. Like so many other busy moms, I was starting out my week without a plan, going to the grocery store without a plan, and next thing you know, it was 4 p.m. and I was saying, okay, what's for dinner? So I decided to get organized, and I created this algorithm, or these weekly meal plans, to save me time, to make sure that I had a plan when I started out my day.
I think that's important, because I think that's why so many people end up eating out or getting fast food, is because it's last minute and then you're hungry and you think, oh gosh.
Right.
So it seems kind of basic what you're saying, right?
Right. What we want to do is avoid going to the grocery store every day, which is what I would do without a plan, or making those unhealthy fast food decisions. We'd end up in the drive-thru or expensive dinner nights out all the time. And so planning and organization is really the key. So many people are looking for ways to save money right now, or save time. You know, we're going back to school, so it's hectic schedules with the school activities. And
yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So what you have here is kind of an example. So you said you would start with this first plate as kind of one meal,
right?
But then you wouldn't just stop with this one dinner, right?
Right. Basically, the weekly meal plans are set up into an algorithm that I use cooking techniques that I like to call reincarnating the leftover and reusing your time. And some great examples of those are, the other night we had a lemon pepper pork chop, and I made a rice pilaf and a vegetable saute. And so since I was making my pork chops, I thought I'll make a few extra. I chopped those extra ones and I store them because I'm going to later reincarnate them into my pork fried rice. Okay. And so you're reincarnating the leftover and you're also reusing your time. And so with the rice, I made twice as much rice as I needed, and I stored half of the white rice to later pull out for the pork fried rice. And nothing makes a better fried rice than cold leftover rice.
Well, good.
And then I made a vegetable saute, and I had leftovers, so I'm going to use those vegetables actually to make my Thai shrimp pizza.
And you actually already have one over there.
Yeah.
So these are all the kinds of things that you've now put in your new cookbook, right? People can kind of get the idea of not just here's one meal, here's one meal, and how you can make it last throughout the week.
Exactly. All of these methods I use throughout the week in this algorithm. It'll tell you to, if you're going to chop an onion, chop twice as much as you need, store the other half, because we're going to use it later on in the week for a saute of some type.
So now you're actually having a party to kind of celebrate the fact that you have this book, and I want people to know about it, because part of the reason that you started to get really hectic was that one of your children was born blind. So you're going to be using a portion of what you raise at this party, right, to go to the Nevada
The Nevada Blind Children's Foundation. Right, I had twins. My son was born medically fragile and blind, and so my husband and I started the foundation. There were no services for blind children at the time, and Nevada is one of 2 states with no school for the blind. So instead of leaving the state like so many parents choose to do, my husband and I decided to stay and try and build one.
Kind of a super mom here is what I have, because she's not only cooking, she's making Las Vegas a better place to live and taking care of her family. Thanks for coming in this morning. We put all of the information about both your blog and your cookbook online, but there's the information about the launch party for the organized cookbook. Thanks so much for coming in. And if you want to keep making this, I mean, I think that all this sounds good for breakfast.
There's plenty for the crew.
Thank you so much. Hey, the best experience